Good afternoon, my loyal audience. How are you doing today? I am doing great. It is a dreary day out here in the great area of the ATL. We've been having some real weird weather this year. At the starting of this year, man, it was cold. It's been cold and off and on and cold, and man, it is. We haven't had but probably maybe 3 weeks of hot weather. I mean, really Atlanta hot weather. So um, that's climate change for you. But I wanted to start early here. Well, not early. We're a little running a little late. My partner in crime and stuff, he'll probably be here in a little while. He likes to nap and stuff in the afternoon. So a lot of times he over naps. And you know what? I was thinking that he reminds me of Trump. I, don't, I hate to say it. Don't you guys tell him that. Don't say anything to him about it. Please don't tell him about what I just said. He reminds me of Donald Trump. Oh boy. He would be very upset if I said that. He reminds me of the Trump. Well, I'm looking over here on the out of the corner of my eye and stuff here and stuff and seeing if he's just gonna pop up. If he doesn't, everything he's gonna listen to every damn thing I'm saying. But I don't care. I'm here. I'm on time. I'm always be on time for you guys. So we're doing our thing. Man, we have a G7 conference in France this week. All of the nations of the world are all the big nations of the world are meeting there and at the G7 conference. Well, it's no longer be a G7 conference because they've got all kinds of countries and stuff and everything now coming to this conference. The Prime Minister, the President of France, and everything, Macron, he's doing his thing. Uh, he's trying to. Man, how should I put it? He's getting his people and stuff together to decide what to do about what's going on in this world, especially about the Strait of Hormuz. He hasn't said it in a very strong manner and stuff, but he's man, they are worried and stuff about what's going on there in the Strait. So now that supposedly Donald, the Taco, the art of the deal, has made an agreement with Iran. But he hasn't told anybody what the agreement is. I want to tell the people what the agreement is. It's better than what Barack Hussein Obama did. Barack Obama is the worst president. He had the worst deal. Even NAFTA was bad. He's a demo. His this guy is going to go down in our history as the worst president that we have ever had. He's whooping Nixon's butt right now. Richard Nixon went out in disgrace back in the 70s. And I would take Richard Nixon right now before I will this Dumbo that is representing us in the world. These people here in the world know that this man is an absolute fool. They know he is something is wrong with him. He is mentally ill. He is showing signs of dementia. They know it. Anyone who is looking at these news conferences and stuff with him sitting there and everything know that this man is almost in full blown dementia. Sorry, people. Sorry, America, but He is embarrassing us out there. Somebody needs to stop him. Someone needs to come forth and say something about what's going on here. It is horrible. I'm telling you, it is horrible what we're seeing. This is, we have to do something about this. He can't continue and stuff to go out there and represent this country. And eventually, I'm hoping that some of these Republicans are going to come together and say, "Hey, let's stop this. Let's stop this. He is a total embarrassment. He's an embarrassment even to our allies. He's an embarrassment to the Gulf state countries and stuff, UAE, Saudi Arabia, all of them, they're looking at him and saying to him, and you can see it in their eyes. They're not saying it, but you can see it in their eyes. Something is wrong with him. But they're out of respect for, I guess, the country, because they can't respect him very much. Out of, but I'm pretty sure they're probably what they're saying. They treating him like they would their dad, their old man, their father, and stuff and everything, who has ended his time. And they're probably looking and saying, America, get him the, the health care he needs. Take him back, put him in a home someplace where he will be okay. I know they are saying this. They are saying this, and you can read their faces and stuff. Macron, he shook the man's hand, and he knew at that time something is wrong with him. His wife, that Trump a month ago had sat before a conference there in the White House, and they had a dinner going on, and he tried to make a joke out of her right hook. It was kind of funny, I guess, but now I guess she is looking there and saying to herself, "This is an old, dilapidated old man right here, and he can't help himself. He can't help himself. They're feeling sorry for him, people. They're feeling sorry for him, the leader of the free world." Help us, please, somebody in this administration and stuff, get out there and stop him from going out there and embarrassing this country. He's embarrassing you. He's embarrassing the Secretary of State. He's embarrassing the Vice President. Even though I have no respect for J.D. Vance, none whatsoever, he's embarrassing you, my friend. He's embarrassing the Secretary of State. He's embarrassing his cabinet. He's embarrassing the Congress here in the United States. Somebody needs to stand up and say something. Sit this man down. Gracefully let him go and retire to the old folks' home or wherever you guys want to put him at. And let's get on with trying to rebuild our country. We need to rebuild this place instead of this. He's constantly just tearing it down. He done gave away it to these people and stuff. All kinds of, oh man, it's he can't even think that the JPCOA that Obama negotiated when he was president, that this deal that he has struck with Iran is better. He is pipe dreaming, my friends, and the American people know it. Our government knows it. The Republicans even know it, but they are too. I don't know. I don't know what you say. If if we looked at it like this guy, this man was our uncle, what would we do? What would you do? Republicans, what would you do? Democrats, what should you be doing? Independents, what should we be doing? The news people, the media, what should we be doing? Fox News, stop. You were embarrassing yourself too. You trying to defend this man and you know he is sick. I'm sorry, people. I am so sorry that this is going on, but we need to end this. It is getting out there too far. And most of the doctors I know, all of them out there, hundreds of them are sitting there looking at them saying, it is not going to get better, people. It is going to get worse. So when are you going to stop it? It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. No matter how much drugs you put in this man, it is not going to get any better. If I'm pretty sure that I drugged him up before he got off that damn plane the other day. And you're probably doing it every day. You're putting drugs and stuff in him to try to help him to get through this mess here. It is not working. The medication is not working, people. It is not. Let's stop this craziness, please, for the good of this country, for the good of the world. Let's stop this. Get him out of there. We we cannot afford this. We can't. So today's Tuesday. Friday, we supposed to officially have an agreement and stuff with her. But guess what, people? We haven't got to Friday yet. In 3 days, this man could go off of his woo 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 and decide he's not going to even sign the agreement. So what you want to do then? What are we going to do then? Our oil is running out, people. Our fossil fuel is running out. Those ships, those cargo ships that have been sitting in the ocean for what, 45, 50, 60 days, almost 2 months, they're just sitting there in the ocean. They can't abandon the ship. It's full of oil. Thousands of them are sitting out there full of oil. And they just floating around, waiting every day to see if they're going to be able to pass through the straits and deliver their cargo. They all are probably running out of fuel. So, anyway, see you guys later. Bye bye. He's here, folks. We got him. He is on. We're a little late. He, 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 he just told me he was fighting sleep.
Hey, I'm getting like him, bro.
Yeah,
Seems
you
like
get
every
just
time I
like him, man.
sit down, man, I want to fall asleep.
You better go check yourself out, man. You might be early signs of dementia too here. Shit.
Oh Lord, tell you, bro.
They said that's the first sign. That's one of the signs. He going to sleep
Really?
all the time.
Is that right? Oh my goodness, I'm in trouble.
did you did you did you see him? He's over in France now. He, he's embarrassing us. He 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 told one of the Qatar people, one of the Arab leaders, the oil leaders of I think UA or whatever. That yeah, you saw the fight, didn't you? UFC fight. He said, I'm saying to myself, shit, you probably didn't see it because you was asleep. Oh man,
What a disgrace.
it is, man. I was. I think Mrs. Macomb and the president Macomb got their revenge back after he went before one of the White House dinners and talked about her right hook. She hit him on one of the plane rides over. She threw a right hook at him. Said Macomb probably recovered from that jaw. Because of her right hook, he hit him. But I think they got him back today. He didn't know where he was at. He's sitting out there. They get ready to take a picture. He don't know where he
No, he
at.
don't know where he's at, man, because
he look.
he jumping
He,
on the plane every few
everybody,
days.
everybody needs to turn around to take a picture. Trump's sitting up there with his there. Oh my God! Shit! What the hell? Oh man!
He's 80 years old, Ed. The man is 80 years old, and they're still pretending that he know what he's doing. We know he ain't never know what he was doing, but at least he looked it like he knew what he was doing a few years ago, 10 years
when
ago. But now it's crazy.
when your enemy has to hire a psychiatrist so they know how to deal with you to do an agreement to stop the war or stop whatever's going on or go to a ceasefire, when your enemy is looking and saying, we need to hire a psychiatrist to figure out how to deal with this man because there's something wrong with him. I know daggone well, Ted, that everybody who was at that daggone conference over there right now, that G7, they're looking at that man. They're not saying it, but their body language, man, is really speaking loudly
Facial
about.
expressions, man. Did you see
Yeah,
that Frenchman?
yeah,
Oh my goodness, man! He looked at he was like he knew. He said, I'm dealing with a Looney Tune here."
yeah. I, it's embarrassing, man. Uh,
Well,
it,
did you see Kamala? She's in what is was it Switzerland, or she was at a Schwarzenegger's some type of international uh, planet or environment conference. And it was her and Schwarzenegger on the stage, and the host asked her about Donald Trump and what's going on, and what do you think about what's going on and all that. She said, well, I didn't really come here to talk about that. And, I don't want to say this, but I told you so. And then she went on and started talking about all the things that what she said made the list, coming after your political enemies. He's not going to care about the economy. He's only going to be concerned about himself. She just went down the list, bro. And wasn't no laughing and hee ha ha this time around. She was serious. She looked good up there, bro. She looked good. And it seems to me she might have Schwarzenegger's support. So we'll see. She talked about the governor in California and how he's coming after him. So
he's protecting himself, Ted. It's the only thing that he got to do. They don't. They found out that you have to protect yourself because if you sit there and allow him to do what he is doing, he can ruin your career. This man is getting himself ready to gear up for a run to the White House.
yeah,
You cannot allow someone who is ill, mentally ill, to destroy you. And the people around him are following him and doing whatever he tells them to do, knowing that there's something wrong with him.
yeah,
They know something is wrong with him. And they're following him. They're doing whatever they can to try to appease him. And they know it's wrong. You're trying to destroy this man's career. No, and it hasn't came out yet, Ted, but in this man's this attorney general's confirmation hearing, he may not go to it.
You don't think so?
He getting ready to be he getting ready to be charged with a crime,
Really?
forgery.
Mm.
He had a law firm before he was dealing with Trump there, and forged some documents, and they don't. And the people who who was suing his law firm have the evidence that he forged some documents and stuff and everything for this company.
Mm.
So they're suing his old law firm. It hasn't came out yet, but they're talking about it now. The guy on Legal AF and everything brought it up about 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, he said, hey, they don't, they that this company and stuff that use them as a law firm don't have a lawsuit against their law firm. They come to find out that he was the one and stuff to forge these documents.
Well, that right there will tell you why he's so wannabe and so in love with Trump. Looked him in the face and said, "Mr. President, I love you." That's what he said. I said,
Hmm.
"What man does that?"
A man who's selling his soul.
There you go. But think about it. He want a pardon because if they come for him for that, that's what he want because he's supposed to be a reputable lawyer at one time.
But is it?
But
But
like you
is it?
just said, he just selling. He had just sold his soul.
Right. But is it a federal crime or is it a state crime?
Oh
Uh,
well, that's a big. That's
That's a big thing. If
we
it's a
got to
state
figure out
crime,
which one it
if
was.
right, if it's a state crime, he can't pardon him. But I'm pretty sure he's going to try. They're going to try to get him pardoned, and they're going to probably be going to the court, Supreme Court, and all that other crap and everything, trying to figure out what the hell's going to happen with him. And I'm pretty sure that if it does, he'll probably be sitting around hoping and praying and paying attorney fees and stuff and everything because even him being an attorney, uh, most most legal people will tell you, you know, you don't you if you're your own client and stuff and everything, you're a fool. So, because I think one of the news people and stuff tried to ask him about what was going on with Newsom, and he ran away and wouldn't answer the question. He just turned his back and kept going because I think he was hoping that Newsom wouldn't come out and open his mouth and tell the public and stuff that he was being targeted because they really haven't found anything out on him. They just going around and trying to find some stuff on him. And his friends and stuff told him, say, hey, these people knocking on our door asking us about, about you. And they called him and told him. So he said, oh, I need to bring this shit out. I don't want to be waking up and everything one day and these people knocking on my door uh, with a subpoena or a warrant for my arrest because, like, man, they found out and stuff now that these federal prosecutors and stuff now, man, they'll go to the grand jury and lie to the people.
Yep.
They threw out a bunch of cases, man, because of that. So some attorney found out, and they opened up the daggone grand jury stuff and everything, and man, the damn judge went berserk. You can't do this shit. Threw the case out. They had a good case on that person, but because of what they did in the grand jury, they couldn't stop it. Man, the Department of Justice, man, is getting screwed up. They have lost all their integrity, man. And even the court system and stuff and everything is looking at them, giving them a wink and everything and say, hey, man, your shit is raggedy. You can't come in here and stuff like this. But
Well,
they've
thank
had,
goodness we got still got some intelligent judges that are credible.
and most of the attorneys and stuff and everything who are damn good, who use the Department of Justice as a jump off to get to a big firm and stuff out there, law firm. They left. They said, we ain't letting these people ruin our daggone reputation and getting our law license and stuff put in jeopardy because they're telling us to file bullshit daggone cases that we know we can't win. So they left. They figured that between 5 and 6,000
Mm.
Department of Justice attorneys have left the Department of Justice, and the only people that they have left there are the folks and stuff and everything who probably are going to be at the Department of Justice for the rest of their life, and they don't have no place to go to like the other ones do. So we're in we're in a definite quagmire here, Ted. A definite quagmire. We don't know what's going to happen. It is June the 15th. We are halfway through. Well, the 16th. We're halfway through the month of June.
Well, you know what tomorrow is?
The 17th.
Juneteenth.
That's the 19th.
Is it the 19th?
Yeah,
I
I
thought it
thought it
was
was
the
the 19th.
17th.
No, it's the 19th. I just
Okay.
looked at my calendar and stuff the other day. It's Friday the 19th. But it's supposed to be the 17th. I'm pretty sure they probably celebrate it on a Friday. But they got it set down on the 19th of Juneteenth. So,
Oh, well, that's why I thought it was going to be the 17th. I didn't know they was going to celebrate it on a
yeah.
different date.
We are, I don't know if you, I don't look at MSNBC now or whatever they call themselves and stuff right now. But um, a few of them, Rachel Maddow and Lawrence O'Donnell, they still, got nice stuff going on. Well, the other night, Rachel Maddow had, was it Rachel or Lawrence? One of them had, Reverend Senator Warnock and stuff on, and they let it out and stuff and everything that he has been put on a committee and stuff to uh, come up with some plans and stuff for the midterm election
Mm.
because they're thinking, I guess Schumer and stuff decided that he wanted to create this committee and stuff and everything because he wanted to make sure that they're afraid and stuff that Donald Trump and everything will use some pretext and everything to send federal troops to some of these states and everything that are critical to the midterm elections. So what they are doing and stuff now, they're putting together a plan and stuff for how they're going to fight whatever's getting ready to happen, to be ready to do whatever's need to be done and stuff, and uh, not just wait until it happens and then start fighting it. What they're going to do is they're putting forth a whole committee and stuff of all over the country and stuff of attorneys and everything, and they're setting aside and everything and supposed to be getting ready and stuff for the midterm because they're thinking that Trump's going to send the
Yeah,
federal
well,
troops and stuff in.
you got that crooked PO post
Yep.
office person, and they got to make sure because Donald Trump don't want uh, mail-in ballots. And from my understanding, that what I've heard is that he don't even want to send out the registration, information regarding the people that's on the ballot. And they telling all the states that they want a list of your people who's gonna vote, who's on your register.
Well,
So they
some of the
doing
states,
everything they can to cheat, bro.
right? Well, some of the states have already given their records and stuff out. Um, but when they asked for those things, Bondi was the U.S. attorney. So I don't know if the acting attorney and stuff now, Blanche and stuff, is going to go back and use that list and stuff that she's trying to compile. But a lot of the states and stuff told them they ain't going to give them that daggone list. We're not giving you nothing. And they couldn't force them to do it because elections are governed by the states. Each state determines what's going to happen. Now, the federal government can come in and stuff on emergency orders or something, or on the President of the United States declaring civil unrest or something and everything, and then they can go in and stuff with federalized troops and everything, and also those crazy stuff and everything going on. So I don't know. We got just what 5 more months, and that's it, brother. About 100 and some days, 150 some days left for that election.
So I know you already voted, but Georgia's out there going to work. I guess a lot of people out there at the polls now.
Well, they have to be. They got some judges and stuff that's coming up. They got some local elections and stuff that's happening and stuff in the state. So my county and stuff doesn't have anybody that's really uh, that we not sure and stuff and everything that that they're. I don't think there's any Democrats and stuff who are actually running and stuff because we're in a kind of a purple county, I guess. But we those people and stuff who are on that state level and everything, they're pretty assured that they're going to win. I don't believe the Republicans and stuff is getting ready to try to stop any of these folks and stuff and everything from becoming elected. So, and then you have some runoff going on and a bunch of other stuff going on, and they're involved with the Republicans. The Republicans governorship and everything is up. They don't know who's going to be the governor, be the Republican nominee for governor of the state. And really, actually, Ted, both of them are bad. They got Jackson out there. He's a crony and stuff for Trump. And they got Burke Jones, and I think Burke Jones has been endorsed by Trump. And whichever one wins and stuff, the primary and stuff is going to be running against uh, Keisha Lance Bottom. And I think Keisha's getting herself out there and stuff and everything. She's been on at least 2 or 3 different independent media shows and everything, and they're asking her questions and stuff about what she's planning on doing, and letting people in the country and stuff know that she is running and stuff, and that she's going to be a force to be reckoned with here around the state of Georgia. So I don't know what her and Senator Ossoff and everything is going to do. He's running against. He'll be running as the senatorial candidate, and I don't know. Ossoff is running a pretty decent campaign. He's he's going to be a force to be reckoned with here in the state also. Um, but here in Georgia, man, the Republicans and stuff, they run the state,
Mm.
and they have ways and stuff and everything of going out into these, even though they have gerrymandered a lot of these areas, a lot of these districts and everything, they understand that even with gerrymandering, you still may not win unless you can get a certain tweak a certain percentage of votes coming out of critical districts. And they've already identified these districts and everything where they need to win at, where they need to get a certain amount of numbers and stuff out of if they want to win the state election. They've got very, very good at it. Since Governor Kemp has become the governor and stuff and everything, but before that he was the Secretary of State, and he's got a history and stuff of knowing, and he got people and stuff there in his office that was left in the Secretary of State's office who are very, very good and stuff at figuring out and stuff where they need to get these numbers and stuff from so they can win. So Keisha and Ossoff, who was a U.S. attorney running for senator, who's running out of the state of Georgia here and everything, they understand that They got their hands full, but they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. If there was a fair election going on and nobody went out and did what they usually do in tweaking these things, I think Keisha and Ossoff would probably win hands down. But I know the Republicans got some kind of strategy going on. They're waiting to find out who's going to come out of their primary. And as soon as they figure that out, they're gonna be laying out some plans and stuff as how they're going to win, where they're going to get these votes and stuff from, so they can have another Republican governor here in the state of Georgia. So elections and stuff, Ted, has become very computerized,
Mm.
technical, technically computerized, where they got a pretty good idea and stuff of where these votes are coming from and what they can do. And they control those precincts and stuff and everything that they need to be aware of and to slow down the votes and stuff in those precincts in the state of Georgia.
Mm.
You got Macon, which has got a population of black folks. You got Columbus. They got Georgia has a polarity of black people, and you got Savannah, who has a polarity of black folks. And they, in those areas and stuff and everything, they know that they're going to get them Democrat votes and stuff out of the collar counties up here in Cobb and Fulton and Gwinnett County. They're going to get a huge Democratic vote. What they try to do and everything is cut down those other votes that are coming out of Columbus, Georgia, Savannah, and Macon, Georgia. They can get them black folks not to come out and vote, or the Democrats not to come out and vote. They can win. So we got to fight on our hands. And that was probably one of the reasons and stuff why Schumer put Senator Warnock and stuff on his committee, because they need to have Ossoff and stuff to keep his seat there in the Senate. So that's what's going on out there, here in Georgia anyway. The rest of these daggone states and everything, in California, we already know they're going to have all the Democrats coming out of there. There's no way that they can stop that shit out in California. The Republicans is probably going to get that state away. That's a lost cause over there. Now, Texas is going to be a different damn story.
Mm.
Going to be a different story. If Tallarico can't get his numbers higher than 2 or 3% ahead of Paxton, he's probably going to lose.
Well, he was already 3%.
Everybody's saying that he is. Well, he's leading. He's leading by two. He's leading by 2 points or 3 points. He needs to get higher than that. If he doesn't get higher than that and everything, he's gonna fucking lose. If he can't get higher than 5, he's gonna lose. Republicans are gonna put enough money and stuff in there where they're gonna eat that 2% up, and they can do it. They have already proved that they can do it. They just disenfranchised 150,000 people in Dallas County.
Mm.
That's enough to turn your tables. You got to get higher than that, and then that's why you see some people, the Democrats now. You can look at their list of stuff that's coming out, and they'll put down the states together and play, and you rarely see Texas pop up. Now they talk about it, but it doesn't pop up in those other things that they got going on out there, where they are asking people to donate money. They're pretty sure that Sherrod Brown is going to take Ohio.
Mm.
He's going to beat that guy out. They're pretty sure of that, because the people in Ohio, they are fucking sick and tired of their senator, and they don't like Trump. Everybody, Ted, has not been watching what's going on in Michigan.
What's going on in Michigan?
There was a Muslim who got the nomination in the Democratic Party for the U.S. Senate seat
Mm.
that is currently held by a Democrat. And they scared to death of that daggone Muslim. They thinking they might lose that seat. The Democrats is running scared about that daggone seat. I mean, they are running scared. They cannot afford to not take all those seats that they want to take. They want Maine because there's a Republican there, but they got to hold on to. I think it was Senator Peters. I think his name is. He's resigning and stuff. He's not running again for election. If he was running, it would be a sure sign. He would win hands down. But they had a primary, and this Muslim got the most votes, so he's the Democratic nominee. And in the Democratic Party and stuff, DSCC, they scared to death of that damn seat. They scared they might lose it because he's a Muslim. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be uh, it's gonna be tight out there. It's gonna be tight to see if they're gonna be able to take over the Senate. And the closer it's getting to the midterm elections and stuff and everything, it ain't looking good for the Senate to be turned over to be Democrat. Now, in North Carolina, Roy Cooper's probably going to win that seat. He's a Democrat. He was a governor of North Carolina. He's probably going to take, or he's probably going to get that Republican seat as a Democrat in North Carolina. He's going to get it. And I think the Republicans damn near and just get that one away. You know, he was a very, very popular governor, so they're pretty sure that he's probably going to win North Carolina. So they ain't going to put a lot of money in there. Now, your state of Florida, you need to find out what's going on down there, Mr. Harvey. At least know what the hell's happening.
Man, I'm not getting no news about the only Jolly. I just got an email from him, but I have no idea what's going on.
So he's finally starting to send out emails now?
Yeah,
I thought he would be doing it a lot sooner than this. He's a
yeah, that's
Republican now.
good.
He's an ex-Republican now.
Excellent Republican.
Yeah, he's an ex-Republican who's a Democrat. He's been out there, Ted. Once he left the Republican Party, well, once he left the House seat that he had, he he coalesced over on the Democratic side. MSNBC and a couple of other liberal news people and stuff brought him on as a consultant. MSNBC had him on for a long time, man, as a consultant for the against the Republicans, so they can find out what the Republicans are doing because he was very popular down there in Florida. I don't know why you didn't know about him.
Well, he's been out of sight, out of mind for the last few years.
Well, he until he started running, until he started putting his name in the hat for governor, he has been out there. He hasn't been on the political scene. He's been out there doing consultant work and everything for these news agencies.
Well,
He's been on a whole lot of shows, man. Joy Reid had him on, man, a whole oh man. She was having him on just about every other week.
I'm looking at the overall uh, party system, Democrats and Republicans, and I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of smart people and a lot of people that would love to run, but It takes so much money, bro.
especially in Florida.
Yeah, it takes. You gotta be whorish, cause you begging all the time, bro. You begging all the time to try to get money. If you ain't got no big backers, you can forget about it. And then if you take money from the wrong people, you're in trouble. So they have made it a money game. So it's hard for people that want to run and serve run for office. And I think this is the way they really wanted it, both sides, because that's money in their pocket. You know, when you look at it, so they look at it like that. They say, hey, there's money in our pocket on both sides. Look, you got to let the Supreme Court do justice for us, because now, you know, we can collect as much money. Our election can be 20 million, 30 million, 50 million. So it's a big game for them, bro. But it's doing the country a disservice. We're not getting really quality, smart people. We're getting people that can hustle up money. And it's a sad thing because, we're going on our 250th anniversary of this country. And to me, I heard somebody say this, that, the idea of what this country was trying to come to is a great thing. This country do not love everybody in this, the government, I should say, but the idea of what this country was standing for: freedom, justice, fairness, democracy. And that's what our hope is. However, it hasn't been treated. We haven't been, we and a lot of other people have been treated that way. So this is the reason why what Kamala Harris said today. She said there was a third that voted for Trump. There was a third of people voted for me, and then there was a third that didn't vote. So that means that those people that didn't vote for Trump. So you got over 100 and what, 100 and something, 60, 70 million people that didn't want Trump. And the people that didn't vote is the ones that are traitors. I don't care if you vote Republican or Democrat, just vote.
Is she talking like she's going to run again in 28?
It's, you know, it's really hard to tell, but I don't think she really got it in her. I don't really think she got it in her, bro.
Took a lot out of her, huh?
Yeah, I think. I mean, she might look for a cabinet position if a Democrat wins. She she favors what we call as the Rhino Republicans or the moderate Republicans. She favored that group. I don't think she's really a far left person, whatever that is, far left. But she tries to consider herself a moderate. But she had the right ideas and all that, but she didn't use her money right, bro. She had a bunch of money, She just didn't use it right. And I think she knows that. She let these consultants, I heard um, what's his name that have the show say that all their advisors, consultants for the Democratic Party was all white.
Yep.
They didn't have no black consultants.
He had a few, not a whole lot. And the few that they had didn't have enough power to tell the other folks and stuff and everything what they needed to do. They didn't have enough power. They had some black people on there and stuff, but they didn't have any power. They were just figureheads. I remember after the thing was over, Jasmine spoke about the fact that she had told them that they needed to get out into some of those areas and stuff and everything that they were not getting out into to get people to come out. They were thinking that all these big events that they were having was going to be enough to get her over the top. But you still have to get out there and talk to the people. And Jasmine had asked them, he said, we need to get out and talk to the people. And they would not do it. They would not send people out there to talk. They said, well, they were looking at the crowds. These crowds, because, and she has some huge crowds now. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
people standing out there, standing in line to get to hear her and to see her. But you still need to get people out there into to those areas and stuff and everything that would be receptive to who you are and to get them to vote for you. They weren't getting them out there. And Jasmine tried to tell them, she said, well, I tried to take, we need to get out there. And they wouldn't do it. And they found out and everything, what we're talking about. After it was all over, I'm still looking at that damn report that they commissioned from this company and stuff and everything they had. And it was very, very, very critical of the Democratic Party and stuff at that time and how they did that election and stuff and everything for Harris, how they ran it. Very critical. And the old boy and stuff didn't want to put the report out, but he finally had to. And I read part of it, but I haven't finished reading it and everything because they had other stuff going on. But the part that I read, man, they was very critical about them, how they ran it. So I was drinking the Kool-Aid too. I was looking at all the crowds, drinking the Kool-Aid. I was drinking the
They
Kool-Aid,
filled a
man.
lot of arenas, ain't no question about that.
Yeah, where she went, man, they had a huge crowd. They had the Obamas. They put them out there, Michelle and Barack out there. They were bringing in huge crowds.
Man, that speech that Michelle gave was one of the best.
It was
One
devastating,
of
man.
the best. Michelle is such a smart woman. Kudos to her.
I'm I wasn't. I had forgotten about that, but you brought that thing up about what that wrestler had said that the UFO had said about her being a man. All day yesterday evening and stuff, all these the liberal folks and everything brought that thing up. And girlfriend Simone on her show and stuff yesterday, wee,
What? I missed that.
she went berserk. Oh, still had to calm her down, man, at least 3 or 4 times, man. She was
Mm.
going berserk. They show Richard Steele and Simone has a show that they have on every weeknight at about, I think, at the 8 o'clock show or 7, 8 o'clock show. And she is on there with Richard Steele, the used to be the Republican lieutenant governor and stuff and everything at Virginia or whatever. They got their own show now, and they got this white person on. Sometimes they have a lady with them, and sometimes they have a man with them. Last night they had a man with them. And we did. Girlfriend went berserk.
See, you try to feel like if you didn't pay no attention to me, that was a big
she
deal.
she damn near called them boys MFs and all kind of stuff, man. She got more integrity in her little finger than they got. They got the audacity to say something about my girl. We and then Lance O'Donnell, he had Reverend Warnock on, and he was talking about that thing that they get ready to do for the election and everything. And then he said, now, and Warnock's got a book out that he didn't put out, making the making the straight way, making the crooked way straight. And he helped him get his book and everything out there. But then at the end of it, he asked him, she said, uh, I don't like talking about this, but I need to find out from. And he said, I don't want you to speak to my audience and stuff as a politician. I want you to speak to them as a pastor.
Mm,
And he asked me about what that man said about Michelle Obama being a man. He got into his preacher mode.
mm, mm,
He got into his preacher mode. I mean, he got into his pastor mode. You can tell he went from politician and he put the robe on. You thought he was in the pulpit.
wow.
But he said some of the same things that Simone has said, but he said it in a spiritual way. And he brought some Bible verses and stuff in as what we're talking about, how the enemy uses everything they can to destroy you. And he said, words do hurt, but you have to realize and stuff who you are. And we realize what they are trying to do to her because she is a very, very powerful person. And so the only thing that they can do with a very powerful person that they don't like is to try to destroy them, completely destroy them, and using words to do it. Because he mentioned and stuff and everything that nobody out there in that audience or anybody else said anything about what that man said. Trump never addressed it. You shouldn't have said that. She's not a woman. But then he also brought the analogy out of his wife, who is the first lady, and what they did
Mm,
to her. And he didn't want to say anything. He said, Google
mm,
it. Her being a whore and all that other stuff. And they brought
mm,
up her her association with Jeffrey Epstein. So he's in the glass house throwing stone. And you
well,
see you see what he did with Barack. He spent a bunch of his speeches and stuff and everything denigrating him real bad, man. I mean, he was really on Barack bad over there in France. I mean, he dogged him out, and man, it was. I don't know what you can say because I'm pretty sure that most of the folks and stuff there in those conferences and stuff, and the people in the audience, and the people who asked him those questions and everything, probably um, didn't agree with stuff what he was saying, but they just couldn't say anything. That he was just lying, and that he's and they put it off as him being an old man. But I don't think any of them liked it what he said either, because they knew that shit wasn't true. especially him saying he tore up that JPOC agreement that that Barack had negotiated with Iran. Oh man, I was,
Yeah,
yeah,
let me just say this, man. I go on the YouTube and TikTok and all those places, and let me tell you, this is a big deal, man. I mentioned it yesterday. The Asians are hurting. Their little businesses, their little nail shops, their little food places. Black folks, and I'm included, we support, you know, they're legitimate business. We go over there and buy their food. You know, my wife and I got two girls and I got a sister-in-law and a bunch of nieces. They all get their nails and feet done, and man, they are empty. Those places, man, there are people that's black folks going around looking at places, and then they got these little hair product stores empty, empty. Ed. They ran off the mouth talking about black people. But I want to say this: some Latino guy, I don't know where he's from. He's probably from who knows. But I don't think he's Mexican. He running off at the mouth talking about black people, thinking that he gonna get some hits and what have you. But Latino ain't bringing nothing to the table, bro. They got a few restaurants. That's about it. It's crazy, man. These people have brought up trying to bring when I'm talking about the POCs, people of color. That's what they call all of us, POCs, people of color. When they have brought a division against all of us are divided now. You got your Asian people, your Asiatic people, which are people from India, Pakistan, those places like that. Even, you got a lot of Iranians here. You got a lot of all kinds of types of people and people of color. And those people, the whole coalition of what Jesse Jackson was trying to do is bring people together to better America. But what they have done, they have allowed these YT people to divide us because you got these what we call soldiers of coonery. You got your Sambos that will sell us out, and they all in each group. All kinds of each one of their groups got their little Sambos who will sell us out, and they're speaking for the white tea people to convince those people that are not informed that we are, we are less than citizens, or we're not educated, or we don't know what we're doing, or we don't, we're not the right people to vote for. It's a big mess, man. I don't know what's going to bring us together because, see, the thing is that these white supremacists are fighting for survival. They're
Hmm.
fighting for survival.
Hmm.
They're a minority. You look
Hmm.
at Texas, they're damn near a minority.
They are a minority.
You know, you look at California is becoming a minority.
Hmm.
You know, and I mean, you go on Mississippi, Louisiana, different places, but they have taken over these state houses, governorships, and they have brought a division, paid people that was willing to sell their soul, sell out, so they can make their little pennies, nickels, and dimes, and not looking at the bigger picture. And he who controls the goal makes the decision. And right now, Donald Trump controlling all this shit. I heard one person on C-SPAN say, I don't even know why we got congressmen and senators. I don't even know why we got them. The president should be making all the decisions.
They're right. Congress is giving up. They have abdicated their power to the executive branch of government. They have advocated their power to the executive branch of government. But now, since they don't like the deal that Trump is negotiating with Iran because Israel is pissed off, now they're trying to grab that power and stuff back and everything. They're trying to tell the Trump administration that they're going to have to come back and justify the agreement that they have made uh, with Iran. But it's ironic and stuff, Ted, that they are not opening their mouths up right now before he even signs the thing. They're waiting until after this daggone thing is over. It's almost like being a Monday morning quarterback. You know, the game's over with, and now you're going to criticize the quarterback. So, and I don't believe Trump is going to ever tell them if they do sign this thing. He's going to ever tell them what was in the agreement. They'll probably never know. He's not going to tell them what was in that agreement because he doesn't want them to find out. All he wants to do mainly and stuff, Ted, is open up that damn strait. If he can get them to open that straight up, that's all he wants. And he
That's it.
will do anything he can to do that.
Well, I can see gas prices are going down for sure.
Yep. And that's the reason why, because he done committed to these big time folks and stuff and everything that they're going to be getting their oil. He's told them you're going to get their oil because he wants to keep that money flowing in his pocket. And they said some places are getting down below $3 a gallon again. So, but California's still up there, but we haven't got below it, but we're getting close. I just went to Costco's and I got gas for 3.40, I think it was. So it's
So
going
that's a
down.
dollar cheaper.
Yep, it's going down. So, but I guess it all depends on what part of the country you're in and stuff and everything. If it's going to hit you yet, but it's if he screws up and everything and don't get the straight open up and everything, you can see that shit's going to shoot back up so fast. It's going to be a crown shame. But I don't think he can afford to allow that to happen. Them big money folks have already told him you can't do that, Trump. You cannot stop this. So he's doing everything he can to keep Israel from tearing that daggone deal up,
Mm.
including threatening them.
Mm.
He's planning on threatening BB if he tries to screw that deal up. So they're hoping that they can open it straight up and everything, and then BB can go and do what the hell he want to do then. But I think Iran and stuff, they're committed and stuff into getting a toll or fee or whatever it is from each one of them ships that's passing through that damn strait. They're looking at their money now. I don't think that they're going to ever get that $300 billion, though.
Well,
Ted.
they're gonna get a whole lot more than what Obama gave them.
Oh yeah, they are. But I just realized the other day, well, earlier this morning when I was looking at the news, and I heard JD Vance out there, ooh, 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 and it dawned on me. They done brought Jared Kushner's name up into that bullshit.
Mm,
So, crooks, don't let people do shit for nothing. Watch. They may get that fund together and put it up, and guess who might be in charge of it? Jared Kushner.
mm.
Look for it to happen. He gonna put that money up and put Jared in charge of it. We gonna put my son-in-law. He gonna be in charge of that fund.
And he gonna get a big time dollar worth.
He gonna get. They gonna take as much money out of that daggone fund as they can. And I don't believe them Arabs and them Gulf Coast states and stuff ain't gonna be able to do a damn thing about it as long as they can get their oil out. I bet you Trump put his ass in charge of that goddamn motherfucking $300 billion fund. Once he gets his head on that $300 billion, oh man, the money's gonna be flowing into them goddamn Trumps. You can forget it. They're gonna take everything. They're gonna rip that fund off and put themselves in charge of that thing. So even after Trump is gone, they still gonna have control of that goddamn fund and all that money. Trump ain't doing this shit for nothing, people. Final word, Ted.
Well, I'm always say this: get out and vote, people.
Get out and vote.
Tell your people to vote. I don't
I,
care who
I,
you vote for, but just vote.
yeah. And speaking of those Asians and all that other stuff, I remember when here in Georgia anyway, and a couple of other states and stuff, where they had these people coming around and shooting up these daggone nail shops,
Yep.
and these Asians and stuff, man, they got real goddamn scared and they got real friendly and shit with, especially the black folks down here that I know of. I don't know about the other part of where they would be, but they got very, very friendly with them and everything. Oh, you come into the shops and everything, they was, ooh, they can get very friendly with you, but when they get threatened. So they're going to do something and stuff to rectify whatever happened there so they can bring them folks back up in there in them shops in there because,
Cause
you
you
know,
know them black women,
we,
man, they gotta get their nails and their feet done, bro.
we the only ones that going to spend a lot of money up in them goddamn shops.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So expect them to capitulate and do something and stuff that, and make damn sure that we know that they're doing something called, you know, Mama Sign and Papa Sign and stuff might be giving discounts out and opened up the the massage parlor and shit and everything. Free massages for feet done, you know, hair and nail. They got to keep their money flowing. Oh boy. Okay, people, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye bye.